Greetings to you all, and very good morning to everyone. And you're all very welcome to our monastic residence today. And this is our very first Mindfulness Meditation Retreat in the year of 2026. And ahead of this start, there are a couple of things I should say and inform you. The first is that as you said and noticed, I'm hosting my own monastic residence for the community, but I'm doing out of compassion and loving kindness. Since I am a monk, I am devoted to help people to find their own way with calm, peace, and wisdom. So that's why I thought, this is worth organizing and hosting such an event for the benefit of people to find their happiness, joy, and wisdom in their own life. And that's the very first thing. And also saying so, please just be relaxed and calm. Just take this place as your own place. So no rush and no pressure. Just be relaxed and find more pleasure and joy in this vicinity of calm and peace. Then the second, today is very special in the sense of a Southern Buddhist tradition. We say today is the full moon day. In the Buddhist calendar, we have at least 11 or 12 full moon days for a year. So today, full moon day is very significant in the sense of meditative practice. So since the ages, many meditative masters have said that this Purnami, or we say in Sanskrit, it's called Purnami. In Pali, it's said Punnapakka, which simply means the fulfillment. So with the dawn of full moon, we tend to practice more thoroughly, and we tend to engage with mindful or some kind of spiritual activities in depth, because that leads you to more thorough and solid fulfillment of your life. That means your mind, your mind and body. This cosmic nature and this cosmological relationship between the person and the law of nature, that's very subtle and that's very universal. Therefore, today is important, and it's designed for the fulfillment of your mind and your consciousness, perhaps your own feelings, emotions, and more distinct understanding of your life. Therefore, I would say, please take this day for the fulfillment of your life and to be aligned with nature, who is our mother nature of all living beings in a sense. And the next, in case of emergency, we have got a couple of doors, the conservatory door for the garden, and with the assembly area, and this kitchen door. So you can go just to the car park, and there's the toilet here. And the first room is dedicated for the library and personal study. So today our retreat, I think you have seen our schedule today. After lunch, we will be having some time with personal study and group discussion. So, of course, you are most welcome to use the library, or maybe the garden, or here, or wherever you find more comfortable. These are the kind of things I wanted to say in advance. Now, we are starting with our mindfulness meditation retreat today. We always begin with chanting. I wonder, have you ever done chanting? No? Oh, that's nice. And yourself? And also, may I ask, have you before attended meditation retreat? So, oh, that's wonderful. Then you are very fresh, and this is the very first experience. Oh, I'm very pleased. Yeah, so our theme is very ideal to the beginning, the path of mindfulness. Chanting is quite nice. I don't know whether you have heard it before. It is another form of meditation, especially the book you have in your hand. It's one side in Pali and one side in English. So whenever I say some verses, you know what it means. Then you kind of get to know what's going on, what's happening just for 10 to 15 minutes. So chanting has two aspects. The first is its musiological aspect. There is a music and rhythm, but that is not the ultimate point here. That's vital though, the vocal cord and the rhythm between lines and the sounds, the high pitch, low pitch, medium, everything. Everything brings you some light of calm, peace and joy, because that is not a baila or hip hop or very high range pitch. This goes very smoothly and very peacefully. Whenever you listen to chanting with a calm and concentrated mind, you will find it more joyful and more impactful in your mind. Because not just the chanting and the words at the same time, you learn what it means. That means not only the aesthetic value in itself, but the insight within it, insight between the lines, insight and deep roots of wisdom between these verbal phrases and utterances. So we begin so, and then we will move on to our morning talk, which is the beginning the path of mindfulness. I hope that will help you find your own preliminary steps and some kind of initial steps to begin with your own journey. And concluding the introductory thought, I would like to say this is kind of pilgrimage, But when you say, when I use the term pilgrimage, you might find too religious or too dogmatic in a sense. But of course, you could have different connotations into that. But however, to my understanding and my interpretation, it is something different. Pilgrimage simply means you are starting another route. You are starting another way to visit, or you're looking for another journey in your life. So in this context, we are trying to start with the mindful journey in your life. So that's another pilgrimage, but not very, it's maybe holistic and also philosophical, and in a sense very, very much insightful. So today, on the dawn of full moon, we are making a start to our own pilgrimage in pursuit of calm, joy, peace, and wisdom in your life, because they are nowhere to be found but within an inch of yourself. Because this is the moment we all try to come back in. We not try to go out of yourself. I am not pushing you away, or I am not guiding you to go out of yourself. Instead, I am trying to make you come back. Just a little pause, and just to slow down a bit, and then you will see where you are right now. And maybe at least at the end of day, at the end of this retreat today, perhaps you will find where you were before, and then where you are right now, on your own way to this noble attempt and noble goal with calm and wisdom. Well, I think that's enough for the beginning. Now let's start the chanting very short. I will do the Pali, so if you like, you can join me. Otherwise, you can reflect on the meaning of the utterances that I say. Okay? I hope you enjoy it. Then our topic, beginning the path of mindfulness. before I move on to sharing my own reflections with regards to my learning and practice over the past decade, I wonder if you'd like to share with me what you think in relation to your life. What's your understanding of mindfulness and in Brave, actually, why you are here today to attend this mindfulness retreat at first? What do you think? And that gives me some kind of general overview and how I should address you and how I should make you understand the practice of mindfulness in your life. So, if I begin with myself, I am Venerable Samitharathana, and I'm living here and doing an MPhil in Oxford. And besides that, I practice and I have been practicing mindfulness meditation, including calm and insight meditative practice, for more than a decade now, since my ordination in 2009. So now it's been more than 16 years since my ordination. So since then, I have been learning and practicing mindfulness with many theories and methodologies in different contexts. Yeah, that's me, Rev. And interesting.
Mindfulness. There are two parts to it. One is that I try to practice the Yoga Sutras, which talks about the the first line is about Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Chitta is supposed to be kind of described as a lake, and the Vritti is thoughts and vibrations on it. And the idea is to try and calm the lake. And another way to think about it is to create a separation between your thoughts and yourself. And yes, and the reason I've been on this path is I also have a lazy mind. I'm trying to develop a practice where I can separate myself from my not get taken over.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm Michael. I'm the learners. We've practicing. Those who are seeking, it's quite just on the mind.
Great. Okay. Okay, yeah, great. Great. Yes. Okay. that's fine. That's fine. Oh, that's fascinating story. Okay. 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 Clear. Much clearer.
Aku yang regulars
Yes.
from Sri Lanka.
Yeah, great. So now I am clear about your purpose and your practice and your. Okay, you're okay. She's always here. Well, so okay, I do understand what you said. First of all, what do we mean by retreat? Retreat. So, to my understanding, I would say, to the extent of meditative practice, retreat gives rise to withdrawal. So you withdraw yourself from something. That means you are the commonality between each and every one. You are looking for something. That means you think that's missing or that's lost in your life. But actually, that's not lost or that's not missing. The problem is that due to the rapid changing and fast moving in your life, we do not see it. We do not touch upon it. We do not find it. But if you just slow down for a bit, if you pause yourself, you will indeed see it. So retreat is a means of withdrawing yourself and pausing and slowing down yourself. That means you can abandon your duties and obligations, maybe in your workplace or in your household life, or as a student, you can just forget about everything and just try to be fully immersed in this vicinity, in this beautiful vicinity, maybe with beautiful sounds of the birds and leaves and the environment. Just try to be immersed, forgetting about everything. But when I say forgetting about everything, I know you instantly go back. Then you're really going back to refer to them and trying to make a struggle and make a fight, maybe with your duties and your deadlines or your other responsibilities. But let's see. Now you are far away physically. You are not with them. But your mind is trying to go back. Your mind is trying to get attached to them. Then you can see it, but you can understand it. Though your body is here, your mind is trying and trying over and over again to get attached to them, to hold on to them. If you do understand it, you can prevent your mind from going there, right? So you just need a kind of pushback. You just need a kind of little attempt to make it with some wisdom, with some understanding. That's why I think having a retreat is worthwhile. It is more substantial than you think, because some little deep practice helps you gain more stronger and solid grounding in your life. So that's why we need such an environment with skillful guidance. So environment is not itself helpful, but sometimes, but with the environment, if you have a skillful guidance with a nice companionship, I think that would be perfect enough. So then you're full and you're ideal and you're fully ready to the attainment. So retreat, that's retreat. Just try to withdraw yourself from your ordinary life and try to be fully in this very moment. Then the second thought that came into my mind, listening to your thoughts, it is just the topic here. There is a discourse in Buddhism called the jata. Jata means tangle. I feel we are all entangled. So once upon a time, one person came to visit the master and asked, Anto jata bahi jata jataya jatita paja. Tantang gotama puchami koi mang vijataye jata. That Pali verse simply means tangled within and tangled without. So inside and outside, both we are tangled, one way or another. We are hesitating, we are struggling with certain things. So these people are tangled in tangles. But the third aspect is we are again tangled in other tangles. Problem with another problems. Problem with a series of problems. Now I say so, you can imagine, you can exemplify it, replacing multiple examples from your life. So I ask you this, who can unentangle this tangle? Then who can resolve this? Who can dissolve this entanglement in our life? Now what I feel, now what I understand, we are all having some kind of entanglement, some kind of confusion with our life. So basically, that's because of the way we think, and that's because of the way we have grounded our mind, the settings of the mind. If you can change the settings of your mind, everything should be fine. But we should know how to set it up. We should know how to rearrange the way you think in your mind. That's why you need the guidance. So if you know it, then you can skillfully and carefully reshuffle and recraft your mind. It is not just scratching on the surface, but nevertheless, what I see in society, many people just scratching on the surface, saying mindfulness or meditation. Yeah, they are just hanging around, but never delving into it, you see. If you say all around the world, mindfulness has been in the marketplace economy, so many people take it as for granted and just use it in different ways and in different aspects. But what it really means to me, it is more spiritual than we think, and it's more universal than we have ever thought. It needs no religion, no culture, no fundamental belief, or any sort of cultural practice. No, not at all. These are all external matters to it. It only matters your mind, whether you are ready for it or not, whether you want it or not. Your willingness, your diligence to attain it, to study it, that's the only thing it matters. Everything else is external to it. Where you come from, what you do, who are you, and your name, your race, your religion, your faith, everything is excluded from mainstream practice and learning of mindfulness. That's why it becomes more and more universal, and it is fundamentally based on our mind. Then how we can resolve these entanglements in our life? The master replied to it. The reply is worthwhile, and that's very, very insightful. The master says, Sīle patittahaya narosa pañño cittang paññanca bhāvayam ātā pinipako bhikkhu so imang vijataye jata. Means, a wise person grounded in ethics or virtue or your own good moral conduct in life, then developing the mind and wisdom, that means concentration and more discursive understanding of your life. a keen and alert. That means you are very eager. You are very keen about what you are looking for, and at the same time you are always alert. Always you are awake, and you are always trying to stay in the know what's happening, what's going on near and far and around me. They can unentangle this tangle. So in the answer, you can see and you can notice several important facts and several important elements in practice and learning. The first is virtue, our moral behavior, our good thoughts, our good speech, and our good acts. Everything, your wholesome aspects of your life. Then that leads to the development of the mind and your understanding. So concentration and wisdom, they work hand in hand, but they never come alone. For the concentration and wisdom, to get your concentration and wisdom, there should be something beforehand. That's your moral conduct. That's your good heart. Be a person with a good heart and good mind. That's Theravada understanding. That's Theravada foundation of mindfulness and meditation. That's the Southern Buddhist tradition. If I say the ethics and the mind and wisdom, now you can see 3 pillars here. So that's the beginning. So the beginning of mindfulness should be the layering and the cultivation of your ethical values in your life, your compassion, your loving kindness, your altruistic joy and equanimity. Even if you start learning more and more, you would learn more precepts, and those precepts simply mean your commitment to protect yourself and others, not make any harms to others. And that means you appreciate the sharing the space of yourself, because the world, the society we are living in is shared by many, but not only yourself. So respecting others and appreciating your own pace, your own vicinity in your life, we give others as well. So you say moral, virtue, and then your concentration and the wisdom. If you want to make it like a hierarchy, like I think you all have come across Maslow's the needs of hierarchy. So begins with the fundamental needs, right? Then the emotional well-being and regulation, then finally ends up with self-actualization, which is more transcendental. In the same way, ethic is the foundation, the layering, the most basic practice. Then ethics, then you move on to your concentration practice, the calm, the more thorough awareness. Then finally you move on to wisdom, more discerning understanding of reality. That's how it should begin with. But sadly, in modern times, many people have taken the term mindfulness and the practice itself in a varied way, and sometimes it is so discursive and distorted. For example, in the late 19th century, so like the people John Kabat-Zinn and Jack Cornfield and Mark Williams, they have introduced mindfulness as a tool of clinical neuroscience and neuropsychological and therapeutic intervention. So now you can sit on the chair if you're fine. Is it fine? Okay, that's fine. Otherwise you can sit on the chair. That's fine. So how they introduce mindfulness, just lifting it up from the settings of spirituality and soteriology, they confine it to the extent of just healthcare and chronic diseases, for the prevention of chronic diseases and other so-called psychological disorders. So, in a sense, whilst they were doing a good job and promoting and spreading the word of calm and wisdom, they uprooted the soteriological goal and the deepest elements of spirituality from mindfulness. That's why we have got varied nuances about mindfulness practice around the world. But if you go back in the early 19th century, the British scholar called Rhys Davids, who composed the Pali English dictionary, he translated the Pali, the canonical term sati, into English as mindfulness or heedfulness or awareness. Since then, people started using mindfulness as the equivalent term for sati, but they just got it. They didn't diagnose very well the whole picture of mindfulness. It is one aspect of the practice. So another reason for that, the sati, sometimes it has historical relevance to the Vedic tradition of smriti and the smriti, and sometimes smarati or sarati, that kind of linguistic history it has got. But all it means is that mindfulness is not a single element itself. It has got distinctive aspects within it. To just saying mindfulness and mindfulness, it doesn't give you anything. To come to perfect and more comprehensive practice of mindfulness, you need to understand and see the whole picture, the whole episode. Without understanding and watching the whole episode, you cannot really get into that. You will get somewhere, and you will get some peace, and you will get some unentanglement, but it's not forever. It is for some temporal practice and some temporal advantages of your life. But I'm trying to say you today, we really need to go back, and we really need to touch upon the real root where it comes from and how should we begin with. That's why I thought it's worth hosting an event called Beginning the Path of Mindfulness, because no one really knows from where we should begin with, because people have began from different points or different places, so they have got different departures. That, in a sense, that's fine, but at the same time, it makes you trouble at some points, because you do not do the right thing. You do not practice the right thing. That's why we need to practice it in a right way. In this context, we always see, before practice we need to learn and we need to study. In this specific context, we have another 3 layers in mindfulness practice. That means pariyatti, patipatti, pativeda. Pariyatti means study and learning well. So first you need to learn the subject very well. That means whilst learning, you can put into practice, because there are many learners, many scholars of mindfulness and researchers of mindfulness, but sometimes they have never practiced it. I have some experiences. There were some people who were teaching and observing about mindfulness and having done many and multiple research papers and presentations all around the world, but they haven't done mindfulness practice. They haven't practiced mindfulness enough. at least 1 day or 2 days or the 3 days. They haven't done it, but they have done quite a lot of good publications and conference presentations, but never practice. That's that's hilarious in a sense, because whoever knows what mindfulness is, that becomes a joke. What he talks about, what he tells us. What I mean here, this is not just a theory. The whole thing, what I'm trying to say, the study itself doesn't give you the joy or calm. For example, as I said earlier, we have a small study space with a library. You can learn mindfulness, you can study about it, but it doesn't give you what you mean and what you are looking for. But it does give you something. That means some clothes. That means some seeds, but you need to implant them. If you just got the seeds, but then you do not implant them in your garden, you never get a house. Like the prescription, you go and visit the doctor, so depending on your illness, then you will get some prescriptions, but just getting the prescription gives you nothing other than the illness. If you really want to remove, and if you really want to get cured from the illness, you really need to get the medication through your prescription. Not just, but getting medication is not itself enough though. You need to use it. You need to use it properly, as they have said, on a regular basis. You see? The prescription is not itself enough, and getting medication is not itself enough. You need to really use them. That means learning, studying, and researching, doing many scientific experiments. They are all good jobs, all good, well-versed, but they never give you what we are looking for in reality. That means its ultimate goal of finding calm, peace, and joy. They will give you some sort of knowledge and some framing and some types of raw understanding of your life. But you would never know what it really means until you put into practice what you have learned. It is just like trying to learn how to swim. I can, for example, if I want to tell you how to swim in a river, I can just explain you how to make moves and how to keep your body, legs and your arms and your limbs and everything, how you can feel and how you can manage your body with the fluctuations of the water. Or I can explain very easily. But how to know it really, and how to know its hardship, and how to know its difficulties, you really need to jump into the water. Otherwise, you will never learn it. You will never learn it. So, if you really want to learn what mindfulness is, or what calm, or peace, or joy is, at least you need to have a taste on it. You need to have practiced it. Now, for example, another example, the sitting on the floor. I know it's very hurt, right? It's very painful. And I have seen, and even myself, when I began my own practice more than a decade, I found it very, very painful and torturing, because my master used to make me sit on the floor more than 1 hour, 2 hours. And I found at the beginning, I found it very hard and very painful. But after some time, I used it, and I found it very, very convenient than anything else. So that means the practice. So even sitting on the floor is very painful. So it gives you some uncomfort, some discomfort and inconvenience as well. So however, these are kind of aspects of your own practice. Therefore, we used to say that the more you practice, the less you feel, the less you have pain. The more you practice, the more you would become calmer and peaceful. The less you practice, the more you get pain. So that's kind of formula. That's the formula. So yeah, now you can see the general map, where to begin with and how it moves on. We can discuss later as well. Then another thing, the master explained the next step. What's that? Yesang ragocha dosocha avijjacha virajita kinasava arahanto tesang vijatita jata. That means those in whom greed, hate, and ignorance have faded away. The perfected ones with defilements ended. They have unentangled the tangle. That means whilst we are practicing mindfulness, we also need to get rid of greed, hatred, and ignorance. This is very important, and this is, I think, very critical. Why? Today you might have seen many people use concentration and mindfulness as a means of military practice, rather than calming down as a way of killing mass of people and targeting people very well, and just to get their job done. You see? But real mindfulness practice doesn't allow it. It says, whilst you are practicing it, you should be able to put aside your craving, your fretting for the world, your animosity, your ill will thoughts with your ignorance. That's how it is aligned with other wholesome aspects of your life. For this reason, in Theravada Buddhist context, it has introduced not just sati, samma sati and miccha sati. Samma sati means right mindfulness, miccha sati means wrong mindfulness. You see, that's very controversial. So mindfulness has got dual aspects, right mindfulness and wrong mindfulness. Then you need to distinguish right mindfulness from wrong mindfulness. Then what is the criteria? And what's the measurement? The measurement is very easy. It is more practical than you think. The measurement is the being wholesome and unwholesome. If your mindfulness becomes wholesome by means of non-greed, non-hatred, and non-ignorance, that means loving kindness and generosity plus understanding, that's fine. That's wholesome. That's right mindfulness. But your mindfulness, your presence, your awareness is attached to the roots of defilements, the lust, desire, ill will, or the illusion or sensory delusion in your life, then that becomes harmful for yourself and others. Like I used to explain this with a metaphor. That's a very metaphorical narrative. The cat and the rat. You know, the cat and the rat. There is a cat here, then the rat here. So cat is hunting the rat. What is the interaction and what is the psychological diagnosis? The cat is very mindful, isn't it? The cat is very mindful and very, very aware of that and very concentrated. But for what? To drag the rat, to hunt the rat. So his concentration and his awareness to the present moment are more frankly dedicated to kill the rat. So you see, I feel there are many such like people use such spiritual elements and methodologies in a bad way, in an unwholesome way, unskillful way, rather than make them for the benefit of yourself and the people, for the disaster, for many calamities in the world, near and far. So we don't have to become cat and rat in the sense of mindfulness practice. We need to be wholesome people. We become more wholesome than you were before. That's how you would measure yourself. That's how, for example, that's how you make the judgment about yourself. Because there is no one to judge yourself. You are the person who judges yourself. Because how do you know you are on the right path? How do you know whether I am doing the right thing or the wrong? It is the kind of very formulaic judgment in which you can compare the status of your mind, the status of your mentality. For example, for now and yesterday, how you can compare your status, your mental status today and between today and just now and tomorrow and yesterday. If you can see some progress, some reduction of your defilements through your practice, or you can assume, you can make some assumption, oh, maybe I am on the right path, or maybe not. Then it takes time. So you learn it along the way, by and by, step by step, because it's a lifelong training, and you're always learning. So then later the master said, yatta namancha rupancha asesang uparujyate patiggahang rupa sanyacha ettesa chijjite jata. That means, where the name and form, that means your mind and body, cease with nothing left over, and impingement and perfection of the form, it's here that the tangle is cut. So what it simply means, your tangle is here but not there. But we are blaming for people, and we are always pointing out others for our stress, anxiety, or any kind of mental disturbance in our life. Because we see the cause is there, but the real cause is here, not there. The real problem or the real root case that gives you stress or depression or any mental discomfort is not someone else other than yourself. But we do think it's because of our assignments or our workplace duties or our job hunting or our marketplace economy or our obligations and too many responsibilities and and so forth. But these are all external matters. Everything begins from here. If you can treat yourself well, if you can understand yourself more broadly and widely, I would hope that you would have thought in a different way. But when I say think in a different way, we would never learn until our mind becomes calm and concentrated. Because mind only becomes powerful and mind only becomes stronger than it was before whenever it is concentrated, whenever it comes together, whenever it deals with your deeper status of peace, tranquility, and serenity. That's why it is important for your mind to become serene and tranquil in practice of meditation. You see, but if you have done something evil or something bad that keeps you troubling, for example, you come this morning here after murdering a person, after killing a person. You are now just sitting on the cushion and trying to meditate and trying to calm you down. But if you have done something wrong that keeps pushing you back and that always disturbing you, you see, if you have done something wrong, it always disturbs you. If you have stolen something new, if you have done something satanic to someone. So that's why always your good heart, your good mind, your virtuous deeds are always fundamental to your concentration. Because then you know you are not guilty and you are not evil, you are wholesome, and you are a good person. Then that is the very first step. You can find your comfort zone in terms of mindfulness. So then you can begin with your concentration. It gives you some preliminary layers and stages of your concentration. So there are many methods, and there are many techniques that we can use, and that we can gain concentration to different levels. We will learn in due time. So then that calm mind enables you to understand the true nature of reality, how it actually is, as it actually is. We say yatha bhutang. Yatha bhutang simply means not just the sensory perception of the cup itself, but how it actually is, the nature of impermanence, the suffering, and the absence of its essence, and so forth. You see, this is where we should come across. We should need to go. Then you will learn that even my stress is impermanent. It is not permanent. But in reality, whenever we get stressed and any kind of psychological problems, we do not think, oh, my stress is impermanent. We think, oh, it is permanent, or it's in my mind. But your practice helps you think that at that very moment, well, I need to just spare with this time, just hold on to that, then my stress will go away. So just try to be patient and try to be more benevolent with yourself. These are kind of very strategic or elements in practice of meditation. So all in all, for our morning practice, what I wanted to tell you with regards to our theme, beginning the path of mindfulness, is that mindfulness is not some kind of isolated element. It is connected to several aspects of Buddhist doctrinal teachings and also the practice. So it begins with your virtuous deeds, your virtuous life, then concentration, then wisdom. And at the same time, we should distinguish the right mindfulness and wrong mindfulness. And we should study and learn it well, then put into practice what you have learned thus far. That's what leads to your own understanding and attainment. Study, practice, and understanding. That is the linear path of this spiritual practice in this context. Well, so is that clear now? Okay, so then let's have some time together with sitting meditation. Then we can stand up, no torturing and no more painful feeling.